What's up, people? This is PS Battle for G Mode Fanatic 2025 here, and today we will be reading a very special story from my childhood for Halloween, which is called Room on the Broom by Julia Donaldson and Axel Scheffler. So I've had this book for many years now, ever since I was a little kid. As you can tell by the back, Julia Donaldson and Axel Scheffler were the award-winning creators for the story The Gruffalo. And according to the school library journal, the story is in rhyme, bouncing merrily along, full of fun. The illustrations are winning and wonderful. The result is a surefire read-aloud hit. So the witch and her cat are happily flying through the sky on a broomstick when the wind picks up and blows away the witch's hat, then her bow, and then her wand. Luckily, 3 helpful animals find the missing items, and all they want in return is a ride on the broom. But is there room on the broom for so many friends? And when disaster strikes, will they be able to save the witch from a hungry dragon? Well, we don't know yet. So we're going to find out in this book, Room on the Broom. And also this book was from, you could tell, like in the book, you can see. It was published by the Penguin Group. So, Penguin Books made this story, and the story came out in 2001. So it's like 24 years ago. This was probably like in the year of the 9/11 attacks, as you can remember by 2001. So anyways, let's get to reading. Room on the Broom by Julia Donaldson. Pictures by Axel Scheffler. The witch had a cat, in a hat that was black, and long ginger hair, and a braid down her back. How the cat purred, and how the witch grinned, as they sat on their broomstick and flew through the wind. But how the witch wailed, and how the cat spat, when the wind blew so wildly, it blew off the hat. "Down!" cried the witch, and they flew to the ground. They searched for the hat, but no hat could be found. Then out of the bushes on thundering paws, there bounded a dog with the hat in his jaws. He dropped it politely, then eagerly said, as the witch pulled the hat firmly down on her head, "I am a dog as keen as can be. Is there room on the broom for a dog like me?" "Yes," cried the witch, and the dog clambered on. The witch tapped the broomstick, and whoosh, they were gone. Over the fields in the forest they flew. The dog wagged his tail, and the stormy wind blew. The witch laughed out loud and held on to her hat, but away blew the bow from her braid, just like that. "Down!" cried the witch, and they flew to the ground. They searched for the bow, but no bow could be found. Then out from a tree with an ear-splitting shriek, there flapped a green bird with the bow in her beak. She dropped it politely and bent her head low, then said, as the witch tied her braid in the bow, "I am a bird as green as can be. Is there room on the broom for a bird like me?" "Yes," cried the witch, so the bird fluttered on. The witch tapped the broomstick, and whoosh, they were gone. Over the reeds in the rivers they flew. The bird shrieked with glee, and the stormy wind blew. They shot through the sky to the back of beyond. The witch clutched her hat, but let go of her wand. "Down!" cried the witch, and they flew to the ground. They searched for the wand, but no wand could be found. Then all of a sudden, from out of a pond, leaped a dripping, wet frog with a dripping, wet wand. He dropped it politely, then said with a croak, as the witch dried the wand on a fold of her cloak, "I am a frog, as clean as can be. Is there a room on the broom for a frog like me?" "Yes," said the witch, so the frog bounded on. The witch tapped the broomstick, and whoosh, they were gone. Over the moors and the mountains they flew. The frog jumped for joy, and the broom snapped in two. Down fell the cat and the dog and the frog. Down they went tumbling into a bog. The witch's half broomstick flew into a cloud, and the witch heard a roar that was scary and loud. I am a dragon, as mean as could be, and which with French fries tastes delicious to me. No, cried the witch, flying higher and higher. The dragon flew after her, breathing out fire. Help! cried the witch, flying down to the ground. She looked all around, but no help could be found. The dragon drew near with a glint in his eyes and said, just this once I'll have witch without fries. But just as he planned to begin on his feast, from out of a ditch rose a horrible beast. It was tall, dark and sticky, and feathered and furred. It had 4 frightful heads, it had wings like a bird, and its terrible voice, when it started to speak, was a yowl and a growl, and a croak and a shriek. It dripped and squelched as it strode from the ditch. It said to the dragon, buzz off! That's my witch. The dragon drew back and he started to shake. I'm sorry, he sputtered. I made a mistake. It's nice to have met you, but now I must fly. And he spread out his wings and was off through the sky. Then down flew the bird and down jumped the frog. Down climbed the cat and phew, said the dog. And thank you, oh thank you, the grateful witch cried. Without you, I'd be in that dragon's inside. Then she filled up her cauldron and said with a grin, find something, everyone, throw something in. So the frog found a lily, the cat found a cone, the bird found a twig, and the dog found a bone. They threw them all in, and the witch stirred them well. And while she was stirring, she muttered a spell, iggity, ziggity, zaggity, zoob. Then out rose a truly magnificent broom, with seats for the witch and the cat and the dog, a nest for the bird and a pool for the frog. Yes, cried the witch, and they all clambered on. The witch tapped the broomstick, and whoosh, they were gone. Well, guys, that's it for our Room on the Broom story. I hope you really enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more countdown to Halloween videos coming your way. Goodbye, everybody. See you in the next video.